Good morning, everyone. It's Lynn Dunn from Stamptastic Designs. Thanks so much for joining me today. I have some fun little card ideas that I want to share with you that actually were inspired by the September 2020 Paper Pumpkin Kit. So there's some fun little card designs, and they're actually the kit. Let me show you this. So the kit had all of the materials that you need to create 20 of these cute little candy wrapper type, what do you call them? Treat holders. That's it. So instead of creating 20 treat holders, I decided to cut apart this little treat holder template and create a variety of different cards. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So I have quite a few cards to show you. So I only have 3 on the screen right now, but I'll show you the rest after I get done kind of showing you how to do this template. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. So look how adorable these cards are. So all of these little pieces, the little pumpkins and different things that I have on this card, actually came in the paper pumpkin kit last month. So I just have, you will not believe how many embellishments I have on my desk here. It's quite amazing how much stuff they gave us. So I'll be creating cards for a while with all this stuff. So these are the cards we're going to create. And I'll show you the template in just a minute, the little treat holder template. But I used parts of that treat holder as little, I guess, as a background for my cards. So that's what this pattern is here, this gingham pattern. Same thing here. This is part of the treat holder. And then one of my team members made some adorable cards. She's the one that actually sparked me to do this. So thank you, Beth. She made this an adorable little Z fold card. So I kind of did the same thing, just changed it up a little bit. So let me show you how to do we'll do each of these cards and then I'll actually show you how to cut up that template. So good morning. I'm gonna do the template first. So this is, let me move some of this out of the way. This is actually the template that or I guess you could call it a template. I don't know what else to call it. This is what you would use to create those little treat holders. So it's double-sided. So it has this pattern on the side, and then it has this pattern on this side. And basically to create the treat holders, you just kind of fold on all these score lines, and then you secure this together. You secure it together like that, and then these kind of fold down once you put your ties around them. So that's how you create those little candy wrapper treat holders. But we're not going to do that today. We are going to cut this up, and I'm going to show you how to cut it up so that we can create all the little pieces we need to make those cards. So the first thing I did was just kind of cut off the end here. So I started at 3/4 inches, and I just cut off this little scallop section. And then I moved this up to 1 3/4 inches. And then I created this fun little lattice piece. Good morning, everybody. And then I cut this off at 2 inches. So this piece we'll use for our Z-fold card. And then this last part here, I again lined this up at 1 3/4 inches to get another little lattice piece and to get a little scallop piece. All right, let me move that out of the way. Okay, so these are the pieces that we have to work with. So again, there were 20 of these, so I got quite a few cards left to make, or treat holders, whatever I decide to do. So I cut one treat holder up, and basically you can make, if you make the cards the exact same way that I made them, then you can make 4 cards from just one treat holder. So it's pretty cool. All right, so let me move these out of the way. And I will have the template for this up on my blog later today. I was having some technical difficulties yesterday. Okay, so let's start with this first card. So for this card, what I did is I just used that little scalloped edge piece. So I didn't have to cut it down or anything. It fits perfectly across a piece of cardstock. This cardstock is like about 5 1/8 inch, something like that, by 3. Well, I cut it down a little bit. So it's usually 5 by 3 3/4 inches. That's usually the size of the cardstock. But for this one, I just cut it down to just under 3 3/4 inches, just so that I could add this scallop piece. So what I'm going to do is just add some glue to my piece here. I can get my glue to work. There we go. So I'm just going to adhere this scallop piece right on top. Let me get that out of the way. Right on top here. And just scoot it around. Make sure it fits. It does. Okay. So, the little treat holder has all these little score lines in it, but you can hardly see them on your card. And if you can see them, it just gives it a nice little accent. So that's what it looks like. So I'm going to take some ribbon, not ribbon. What is this? Linen thread, baker's twine. That's it. I'm going to wrap it around. I'm going to add my little bow before I add this to the card. So I'm just wrapping this around twice. So even if you don't have the paper pumpkin kit, if you didn't get in on it last month, you can still use these same card designs that I'm sharing with you to create some other fun cards. Just use the supplies that you already have on hand to decorate your card. All right. So we'll add this little bow. I'm trying to do it as quickly as I can. It's not going very quick though, is it? All right. And then I'm just going to scoot this over this direction so that it's kind of up against my paper there. Okay, so we'll put this on our card. So I'm just using some Cajun Craze cardstock, if you're wondering what color this is, because it coordinates with the treat holder. So we'll just have to hold this down for a second till the glue sets. Bring these back on camera. Now I like to put a little glue dot underneath the knot for my bow, just because I like it to stay in place. So there's a little tip for you. You put a little glue dot under there and then your bow will stay really nice on your card. All right, so we'll just trim this up a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then I'm just using some of the other things that were in the kit. So there's these cute little lattice pieces. So I'm just using the white side instead of the yellow. So I have just a little sponge here, and then I just sponge a little bit of glue across it and adhere it right to the center of our card. And then I just decorated it with the pumpkins and a little greeting. So these little pumpkins came in that kit. They're so cute. In this greeting, I'm just going to trim off the end here. And we'll add this to the card. So if you do have your paper pumpkin kit and you haven't made all of your treat holders yet, now you'll have some fun card ideas. Okay, and then I just added some little gems here and decorated up. So that's really how easy that is, and it's just super adorable. Okay, so that's the first card. And then the second card idea here, whoops, I got pieces everywhere. Hang on a second. Okay, the second card idea has that fun little lattice that we created from that treat holder. So let me get all these pieces out of here. Okay, so I'm just, what I did is we're going to take this piece and we're just going to put it right down the center of the card. But then I took this is a 1¼ inch wide piece of Cajun Craze cardstock. So I'm just going to do my paper tearing, my famous paper tearing. So I'm just going to tear this piece right in half, right down the center. And we're going to use both sides of this piece. So we'll use this piece and then we'll just thin this out here, flatten this out. And we'll use this piece. So what I'm going to do is adhere it to, get the card base out of the way. I'm going to adhere these to the back of this. So this just makes a really nice little accent piece right down the center of the card. So again, I think this piece is approximately, it's a little over 5 inches. So I want to say it's like 5 1/8 long, 5 1/8 this direction. All right, and then we'll add some more glue to this side. And then we'll add this piece. Whoop. It's a good thing I'm using liquid glue so I can scoot that up there. Get a little carried away. Okay, so let's put this on our card front. So that's what our little lattice looks like. And we'll just add some glue on here. And it makes a nice little focal point, or I should say backdrop. Okay, so we'll give that a second to dry here, and I'll get all my other pieces together. So some of these other pieces that came in the kit, so besides this little lattice piece here that we're going to use, this little lattice, they had these little squiggly things, and of course the thing for our sentiment, and then another pumpkin. So those are the pieces we're going to add here. So I'm going to get my sponge again. See if I can get this on screen so you can see it. I'll turn this. Okay, so I'm going to add my little lattice piece first. So I'm going to add this piece first. So we'll get some glue on that. So I find with these little die cut pieces, using a sponge just works so well for adhering them, because then you don't get glue everywhere. And we'll add our little pumpkin in the center. And then these little things, we'll just add a little bit of glue to those as well. And we'll just have these little curly cues coming off of our pumpkin. And throw the sentiment on, our little greeting. And our other little curly cue, and that's it. And then of course you can embellish it with, some gems or whatever you want, or just leave it as is. Okay, so there it is. So you would never know that was a treat holder, right? And then again, I just put some little gems on there. So another super cute little card. And then the last one that I have for you is this Z Fold card. So I have all the pieces ready to go. So for this particular card, um, one of the things that I want to point out is that I'll show you here. I used these two pieces that I cut from that template, from that treat holder. So you'll notice that for the Z Fold card, it's a little bit longer um, than the width of the card here. So you can actually just cut it off right at that score line. So right there, you can cut it off, and that piece is 4¼ inches just by cutting this little piece off. So that's what I did to create my piece for the front. And the same thing for this little scallop piece. You just cut off that little section here that has that score line, and this piece measures exactly 4¼ inches, and so you can use it to decorate the other side of your card. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to move this up here so I have some room. So we're going to adhere these pieces first. I have glue all over my finger. So the cool thing is once I get this done, I'll show you the other cards that I made. So these I used that autumn theme, just kind of used the pumpkins to create, a give thanks card. But I also used the back side of this paper. So I used this orange side to create some Halloween cards. So I'm going to show you that too. I won't make the Halloween cards because they're identical to what we're doing, but I'll show you what the cards were. All right, so this little scallop piece is going to go on the edge here. We'll add that. And I gotta get some of this glue off my finger. All right, so then this folds up, our Z fold folds up like that. So in case you're wondering, this Z fold, so this is an 11-inch piece of cardstock. This direction, it's 11 inches. And then I scored it at 2¾ inches and 5½ inches to create this Z fold. Okay. All right, I'm gonna just bring that down a little bit. Okay, so I'm not gonna put the bow on because you guys know how to put a bow on, but this is what it looks like with the bow. So I'll just show you the basics here. Okay, so I have a little circle. This is just a scallop circle and a stitched circle. So I'm just going to put some glue on just part of this circle, and we're going to adhere this right to that front flap. And like I said, I have plenty of room to add my twine, my baker's twine, once I'm done here. So then I'm going to add that lattice piece again. Let me get that. So that's just going to go right down the center of this circle. And then, of course, I'll add my little pumpkin. See, do you see why I could not use these to make treat holders? I had to use these as embellishments for my cards because these little pumpkins are just so cute. Let's add a little bit more here. All right, so I'll add that. So I got the little curly Q hanging out there. And then I'll grab a little pumpkin. So they also have little pumpkins that came in the kit. So we'll add this cute little pumpkin on here. we'll just decorate him. We'll put that one right there. So it's really super cute, just like that, even without the baker's twine. And then I also have another little circle for the inside. So I just kind of used, some layering circles. So I have my white circle, and this piece is old olive cardstock. So this is going to go on the inside. So I'm going to kind of eyeball it here. We'll say right about there, because I want it to be behind that front piece. So you can't see it when the card is closed, but you can see it when the card is open. All right. So that's the basic design for this Z fold. And again, I'll have everything out on my blog today. So I'll have all the measurements and everything, and you guys can have fun creating some cards. All right. So let me bring these back. So these are the 3 that I created for you today. So these are the autumn themed ones. And then I want to show you, I took the exact same design, because I like to do that. And I created a Halloween one. So this is an adorable little witch's hat that came in that kit. So it says Happy Halloween. So that's the Z fold. Let's scoot this up a little bit here. And then this is that lattice looking one. So again, I used the same embellishment. So the little witch's hat, and just added a bunch of little flowers and leaves. All of this stuff came in the kit. That's why I said it was just quite amazing, the amount of stuff we got. And let's see, can I get all these on the screen? I don't know if you guys are seeing all these. And then this is the last one. Oops. So that's this one. Let's bring the correct one back. So that's this one. All right, so there's 6 cards. And then I just created a couple other ones. So I'm going to show you those real quick, and then I will let you go. So these are some of the other cards I created with some of the leftover pieces from the kit. So a Halloween themed one, and then of course our little pumpkin one. After I created this, I kind of looked at it and thought, gee, that would have been cute to put little wheels on there and make this into a little pumpkin carriage, but it's too late. I already did this. So there's a couple other card ideas for you. And then one of the other things that my team member Beth inspired me to do was take these little pieces. So when you punch out, hang on one second, let me grab it. When you punch out the treat holder, there's these little diamond shaped pieces that come from here, come from this section. So I took these little diamond shaped pieces that I punched out and just kind of layered them across, I guess not layered, butted them up against each other across the card to kind of create a little background or little backdrop. They look like little chevrons. So that's what I did for this one, just kind of mixed and matched them. All right. So I think that is all I have for you guys today. That was quite a bit, I know. So I hope you enjoyed these card ideas. And again, if you don't have the paper pumpkin kit, that's okay. You can still use these card ideas, with pattern paper that you have on hand. So don't focus, too much on the lattice. Just use a regular piece of pattern paper and run it straight down your card, and then decorate it as you desire. So I hope you guys enjoyed these card ideas. I had a lot of fun with the kit this month, and I have lots of leftover supplies to use. So I will see you guys again, let's see, next week, Sunday. So everybody have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.